failed attempt, scientists' efforts to intentionally infect people with COVID-19. In challenge trials, researchers deliberately infect participants with SARS-CoV-2 to test vaccines and treatments. However, high levels of immunity have complicated these efforts. When Paul Zimmer Harwood volunteered for intentional infection with SARS-CoV-2, he was unsure of what to expect. He was prepared for symptoms similar to his previous bout of COVID-19, which he had acquired naturally, but he hoped his immunity would allow him to feel well enough to use his indoor bicycle trainer during quarantine. Fortunately, Zimmer Harwood, a PhD student at the University of Oxford, UK, had no cause for concern. Neither he nor any of the other 35 participants in the trial actually contracted COVID-19. Researchers utilized challenge trials to gain insights into infections and rapidly assess vaccines and therapies. In March 2021, following months of ethical deliberation, UK researchers initiated the world's first COVID-19 challenge trial. This study identified a tiny dose of the early pandemic SARS-CoV-2 strain capable of infecting approximately half of the participants who had not previously been infected. Concurrently, a team led by Helen McShane, an infectious disease researcher at Oxford, launched a second SARS-CoV-2 challenge study involving individuals, including Zimmer Harwood, who had recovered from naturally acquired with SARS-CoV-2 infections caused by various variants. Subsequently, the trial also enrolled participants who had received vaccinations. In the initial stages of the study, participants received the same minute dose of the ancestral with SARS-CoV-2 strain used in the first trial. When none of them developed a persistent infection, researchers progressively increased the dosage in subsequent participant groups. The final dosage was 10,000 times greater than the initial dose. Some volunteers did experience short-lived infections, but these quickly disappeared. Despite their immunity to the ancestral strains, nearly 40% of the participants contracted an Omicron infection after being released from quarantine by December 2022, with one individual even experiencing it twice. An ongoing COVID-19 challenge trial at Imperial College London, involving exposure to the Delta SARS-CoV-2 variant, has faced challenges in reliably infecting participants, according to Christopher Chu, an immunologist and infectious disease physician leading the trial. While some participants have been infected, the numbers may not be sufficient for a study assessing vaccine efficacy, Chu notes. Researchers are exploring alternative methods to infect individuals with COVID-19. Chu suggests that a higher dose with SARS-CoV-2, similar to doses used in influenza challenge trials where participants have significant immunity, might be necessary. Another approach could involve administering multiple doses of the virus. Kayu's team is also considering screening potential participants to identify those with lower levels of immune protection against the BA.5 variant and other potential challenge strains. Chu leads a consortium that received a $57 million award from the European Union and CEPI Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations in Oslo. The consortium aims to utilize challenge trials to evaluate inhaled and intranasal COVID-19 vaccines that could potentially prevent transmission.